Hello, Hojoz here, and welcome to the Cedara Fight Competition Season 4. Today, it is the DU11 BLK15 by Dundun92, battling the TFD6 Mamba by MaxBite KS5, and then after that, it'll be my Idori Mark IV D1 against the BV El Chupathingy by BV Flyer 141. And let me tell you, today, it is Waffle Day. Make of that what you will. Let's move on to the runway and see how the first battle will go. Now that you know the matchups, you might notice a slight difference in sound. Because yes, I have tuned down the engine volume and actually the weapons volume. Because, well, I have received a new pair of headphones for my birthday, and I'm very happy with them. But in general, I've had to tune the sound down on pretty much everything. So I decided that with that, I would immediately turn the sound down for the overall volume of the video, including then the weaponry and the engine sounds. Because of course we know that the DU11 is pretty loud because it has both vocals and a lot of tiger engines. Anyway, with that out of the way, we know that the TFD6 Mamba, has quite the unfortunate matchup, as it has to battle one of the best planes in the competition. At least, I reckon it's one of the best planes in the competition. So yeah, my prediction should be obvious. It will be the DU11 taking down an easy win. Taking home an easy win. So yeah, let's get the competition underway and see if I'm right. DU11s of course take off first because they simply have more engines than the Mambas. The Mambas of course also being maybe even slightly limited by the kids engines, which are supposed to take care of better, or at least a faster takeoff for those things, which, oh boy, the DU11 just proved them wrong for using them. You should have just added more engines. Well, I guess that wasn't in the Mamba's design philosophy then. We're nearly at engagement range, as the first battle of the year 2019 is about to kick off. It is the first battle with, well, for me at least, a quite obvious winner before it even started. Although Mamba could again just do a comeback game like he did last time. We'll see, as we are in range of firing those guns. And there the guns go, and there the Vulcans go too. And it is no hits at all for any plane in the initial encounter, as the DU11 takes quite a bit of time before it turns on the Mambas. That might prove as an advantage for the Mambas. At least that Mamba there has a slight bit of a chance to engage that DU11, which it does. However, this DU11 has to engage the Mambas too at some point, and its maneuverability ensures that it's pretty much on the back of the Mamba instantly. As it now fires the engine. It is quite the easy takeout on the Mamba. The Mamba losing its weapon manager and the pilot pretty much immediately. However, it's the other Mamba on the back of this DU11. Can it prove to be at least a bit of a nuisance towards the DU11? That is the question. However, it is of course the Mamba now in a 2-1 disadvantage, as there actually something lights up and it's no hitch yet. Surely it's the Mamba taken out quite easily here, as both the DU11s are lining up their shots once more. It is again just some Vulcan fire, which I mistook for engine fire last time, which I'm sorry, why would that even be engine fire? The Vulcan's hitting some more, as you can see by the craft lighting up. Although it's taking quite the time compared to the first Mamba takeout to get the second Mamba also taken out, which is quite ironic because it's a 2v1, it should be easier. As there actually the Mamba takes a little bit of damage and more damage. And there then also goes the weapon manager and AI pilots for this plane. Which means it is a D11 taking home the season 1-0. Then it is time to fly on board with the Mambas for the second round. Looks pretty much like my prediction has come true. Although, as I've said before, Mamba is a comeback king, and the D11 hasn't quite dominated the Mamba in the way that I expected. So it'll be interesting to see if the Mamba can actually counter the D11s effectively. As it is once again time to start the competition. We're not even like 5 minutes into this video, at least into this recording. And it is already a 1-0 for the D11. That pretty much shows that the D11 is quite capable of taking planes out. Or it shows that the Mamba isn't quite the plane that MaxBite and KSP hoped it to be. Although, to be fair to them, they said to me that they weren't expecting much of it anyway. As we're once again nearing engagement range, nearing turning range, because it's not quite engagement range yet. It is then now time for the planes to turn to each other, and shortly the guns will fire once again, and we will once again ask, will the Mamba be taken out by the D11, or will the Mamba be capable of doing at least a little bit of damage to the D11? As I've said before, I reckon that it'll be the Mamba having quite a tough round. As we're nearing engagement range, there you go, the Gauss. They're pretty much focused on one plane, however they have now decided to engage the D11's wingman. A little bit of gunfire there on the Mamba, at least I heard some bullets, although it doesn't seem to matter a lot now, as it did not do any damage, it didn't do any explosion damage, as it is the Mamba having a chance here at the D11. However, the D11 knows best, it turns and it forces the Mamba to disengage, or rather the Mamba reckons that it has more of a chance taking out the other D11, which it tries. Maybe the Gauss can do something here, but I'm not seeing any explosions or any damage yet. It may score some hits though, as it is rather close now. It is however the other D11 right on the tail of the Mamba, and then thus it is quite logical that this Mamba decides to disengage. It then, well, turning and trying to find another target, which it can. It finds the other DU-11, or pretty much the same DU-11, I don't know. It could be the same DU-11. However, it has to line its shot up first, but it is the other DU-11 that lines up its shot first, and it is then a defeat for one of the Mambas. However, the other Mamba is still firing on the DU-11. Will there be some damage towards DU-11, or will it simply be again a no damage victory for the aircraft? We'll have to find out now. It is pretty close here, the Mamba. Can it do something? It fires. It looks to be quite on target, however it's not really hitting anything yet. Oh, it's just missing, isn't it? Maybe it's the rotary part of the Gauss that ensures that the bullets can't quite hit the DU-11. However, that is just theorizing there, as it stands a good chance here of taking out at least a little bit of the DU-11. Although there's the other DU-11, the DU-11's wingman, and it takes out an engine. It takes out some more. It takes out pretty much the tailplane there, sitting on the twin boom. And now the other DU-11 also has a choice to engage. It looks pretty much set, and it looks pretty much like a 2-0 for the DU-11 BLK-15. which is quite sad for the comeback King Mamba, because it has proven to be quite the amusing plane in the competition. However, amusement and looks, they've never won a competition before, at least from my Formula 1 experience. Looks never win a competition. So yeah, it is a 2-0 for the DU11 BOK15, which arguably for some people might look better than the Mamba. So what I just said there could be pretty much irrelevant to them. Now possibly the final battle, and it's once again on board with the DU11. Will the Mambas be able to put some damage in on the DU11s this time, as well? It's proven that they have a chance at least doing some damage to the DU11. However, the DU11's maneuverability advantage compared to the Mamba's stability and, well, having one GAU and thus way less fire rate than those 3 Vulcans on the DU11 BOK15. It will then once again be the question if the Mamba can do damage, or it'll just have to take damage, have to take punishment from the DU11 again. As we near engagement range once again. It is time to turn, and it is time to wait until the guns fire. And well, filler commentary, it's going to return pretty soon because the Dakar will be starting. And if you know me, you know that the Dakar is also fascinating and fun to me, as the DU11s and the Mamba start to fire their guns. Well, it's only the Mamba at first, and it is shots that come quite close to both the DU11s. However, nothing hits, and that's pretty much the story for the Mamba in this entire match. It is getting shots nearly on target, however, not being able to make any of the shots count, as the DU11 fires its Vulcans. It is a 2v1 effectively for the single Mamba there, as the DU11 nearly had engaged one of the Mambas there. It is then pretty much clear to me once again that the Mambas stand no chance in firing on the DU11s. However, that could have been a shot that hit, and every shot that's fired on the DU11 could be a fatal one, as maybe even just one hit can disable the entirety of the DU11, as the Mambas are able to fire on the DU11. However, the DU11 has gotten on their tail once again and has been able, at least a little bit, able to take out a bit of the Mamba. However, it has not done so yet, and the Mambas haven't taken out one little bit of the DU11s either. So, you'll be the question as that Mamba was quite nearing the DU11 there. Of the Mambas maybe even being able to land a shot, as the DU11s don't really look like they can assist each other at the moment. However, this DU11 turning on the Mamba and is of course firing on its wingman. It makes the most sense to me, at least. It fires Vulcans, and it is pretty much downfire coming real close to the DU11. However, its small target in the vertical range pretty much prevents any hits from being done there. As it has once again a chance to fire on the Mamba. It is hits. It is one single hit sound that I've heard from the Mamba's GAUs on the DU11. Will it stand a chance? Probably not, because the DU11's wingman is already engaging one Mamba. However, if the two DU11s keep engaging one Mamba and the Mamba keeps absorbing punishment, pretty much means that the other Mamba has free reign over them. It looks like the Mamba has taken a bit of damage, but not anything that proves to be fatal yet. The hit is a little bit more unstable, as there Was that friendly fire on the Mambas? Was that friendly fire for the Mambas? I think so. That's even more horrible than not being able to hit the Gau and hit the DU-11 with Gaus. As pretty much one Mamba is taken out, isn't it? Yeah, that's not going to be stable anytime soon. As the other DU-11 takes out the other Mamba, it must be again clear that the Mamba stand no chance. A little bit of damage from this Mamba, and this Mamba is not recovering. Yeah, it is the Mambas once again losing it. It's an easy 3-0 for the DU-11s. However, that means that we can squeeze in a second battle in this episode of the Cedara fighting competition. And the second battle will be the El Chupathingy against the HojozVideos Mark 4D1. Roll the math, roll rate, proof fatal for the Dory this time. Or will the instability of the Chupathingy prove fatal for it? Well, we can't quite reach a conclusion yet, because both the Mambas are still flying. This is pretty much maintaining attitude spinning, and this one is tumbling towards the ground as, oh, the other Mamba actually got taken out there, and this is pretty much then this Mamba dead, isn't it? It lost some control, it lost some wings, which means less drag, which means less ability to stay into the air, which means, well, a quicker end for the Mambas, less suffering for the creators of the Mambas, as they have to, well, watch it tumble towards the ground slowly, not standing a chance to the DU-11s, which have pretty much dominated their opponents until now. And it is quite the deserved victory for the DU-11, to be honest. And it is quite the sad ending to a very cool Mamba tale. And it is time to head to the next match. The next match, of course, as mentioned previously, it is the El Chupathingy against the HojozVideos Mark 4D1. Well, with, quite frankly, another Beauty versus the Beast situation lined up, it is the Dory and the Chupathingy that are going to battle each other. The Dory, of course, being the Beauty. I mean, just look at this. This isn't beautiful. However, it is pretty cool in the way that it utilizes a design form not seen often. However, the question of this battle will be, and the question that will be answered at the end of the battle is, will underroll prove fatal for a craft, or will overmaneuverability prove fatal for a craft? That is the question that we ask ourselves today, and that is the question that will be answered shortly as we start the competition. And it is once again, oh, that noise coming from a whole ton of engines on the Dory, launching it into the air first with the Chupathingy, just waiting with that Weasley and the 3 tires until it takes off, which is done now. As I said, I reckon that underroll will prove more fatal to a craft as compared to overmaneuverability, because, or well, quite frankly, instability, because, well, if you have seen the latest PFC episode uploaded today, it is proven that underroll, or rather lack of maneuverability, will never ever be a good thing in a fight, especially in a dogfight, and thus especially in a BDAC 1.2.2.2a fight, as we'll turn towards our enemies and we'll see if we can defeat them. We'll see if Gauss can defeat Vulcans. And last time out, a single Gau couldn't defeat 3 Vulcans. So I reckon that the Gau doesn't stand much of a chance today either, as both craft approach each other. It is yet time to wait until they fire. Which will do right now. It is then the Gauss firing, it is the Vulcans firing, and yet pretty much no damage from what I could hear, although there could be some hits that have stuck on the Chupathingy or a Idori. However, it's not the Idori that I'm flying on board with here. It is the BVL Chupathingy proving its slight instability nature, and it is Gauss firing towards said Chupathingy, which will determine its fate. Will it die or will it not die? Eventually, it won't die because either the Idori chose to let it live, or the Idori had the underroll problem. As we turn towards each other once more, it is once again time to engage each other. It is primarily head-ons here, thus primarily situations that I do not expect any damage in. It is then once again the Idori is turning towards the Chupathingy. Is this Idori turning towards this other Chupathingy here, which is quite weird to me. Oh, that's because the wingman is taking care of the other Chupathingy. It is, yeah, here you can pretty much see its underroll problem. It couldn't roll enough to engage that Chupathingy, although it pretty much had the maneuverability advantage over it. It is this Idori actually flying in front of the Chupathingy guns, which I think that's quite handy there, Idori, as it's taking some hits here. It's taken 1 or 2 hits, however it has not taken any damage as of yet. The Chupathingy is staying on the tail of the Idori, pretty much can't shake it. However, here comes the maneuverability stability of the Idori into play a slight little bit. However, it couldn't sustain the turn, or it decided to not sustain the turn, and thus Chupathingy remains on its tail. It now does a neat little spin. See if the Chupathingy can catch up. It takes a while, and thus it leaves the Idori with a chance to engage in a head-on, which that didn't go all that well for it, and the Chupathingy once again can get on its tail. Yeah, can get on its tail again. Let's see how the other Idori is doing. Oh, it's quite close towards the Chupathingy. This Chupathingy taking major damage. That's pretty much all the engines gone, isn't it? Yeah, it's all the engines gone, so that's pretty much a Chupathingy out. And it is the Idori, it's pretty much the 2-1 advantage. And there it is, the other Idori fighting the Chupathingy, the Idori having turned the battle around for itself, while we were gone watching the other Idori. It is actually the Idori's underroll issue not playing as much of a part here in the second part of the battle, where the Idori has the upper hand towards the Chupathingy, which is pretty cool to see. This Idori pretty much being nowhere compared to the other craft, the Chupathingies. This Chupathingy here landing shortly, however, it refuses to die without attempting to get guns on the target first. The Idori is seeing much more action here. It is the training craft in the 1v1 battle with Chupathingy. However, it's underrolled there once again, proving that it couldn't get on the tail of the Chupathingy. However, 2v1 advantage could prove, well, advantageous to the Idori. However, the other Idori decided to take out pretty much the already devastated Chupathingy. Let's see how devastated it is. Yeah, that's pretty much dead. And yeah, that is a death by explosion there, a death by land explosion there. As the other Idori here, one Idori baiting, the other Idori on the tail of the Chupathingy. Let's see how this ends up. It is Idori firing the Gauss. It is the other Idori actually being able to turn back around on the Chupathingy and also firing its guns. However, it is no hits, and it is now the Chupathingy on the back of both Idoris. Surely looking to do damage here. not aiming towards any particular Idori yet. It's now heading towards that Idori. However, it's taking hits, it's taking damage. It is losing parts, and it has only one Weasley and one Tiger remaining. And it's pretty much lost its cute little winglets there. More damage. It is only Weasley remaining now. Severely underpowered compared to the Idoris. However, it may prove yet an advantage compared to the Idoris, as it has sustained the damage as compared to its counterpart, which couldn't sustain the damage because, well, it pretty much lost all its engines in one go. Now the Idori is returning to the Chupathingy, trying to launch an attack once again. However, the underroll on that Idori once again proving to be a slight bit sad. However, it is the Idori doing yet more damage to the Chupathingy, which has now lost all its engines and only has one of its 3 wings remaining, and that's one of its 3 Vulcans remaining. It doesn't stand much of a chance now. However, maybe in its glide towards the ground it can yet take some of the Idori with it. Doesn't look like it, as it has yet taken more damage. It is the Chupathingy actually defeated by the Underroll Master, the Idori Mark 4D. As it's time for the second round. I'm very much regretting putting this battle in this video, because, well, it has pretty much taken up 10 minutes in the first battle. Ouchies. Well, it is a 1-0 advantage for the Idori, which I'm quite surprised to say. I mean, not that I'm particularly angry with it, because the Idori is my plane. But I am surprised with it. As we start the second round of the second panel of the 5th episode of the 6th episode of the 4th season of the Cedara Found competition, which is coincidentally my first video in 2019. Quite a mouthful there. I didn't ensure it, but it pretty much covered the entire video while both the crafts were taken off. Now already the Idori has gapped the Chupathingy by 5 kilometers. It's showing its acceleration superiority towards the Chupathingy. Of course, the acceleration superiority coming from such a literal F-ton of engines. As that didn't sound as well as it did in my head. It is time to start the competition. It is time to see if both Chupathingies now stand a chance of doing damage towards the Idori, or will the Idori be able to do enough damage to come back in the second part of the battle? We'll have to see, as both the crafts are closing towards each other, as both of the crafts are looking to do damage. Quite frankly, looking to kill each other. As we are in engagement range, the Vulcans fire, the Gauss fire, and it is no hits for any of the crafts involved. It is now the trademarked Chupathingy spin, as it is trying to aim the front of his aircraft towards the Idoris, which the spin doesn't particularly help. So it allows the Idori some time to position their craft and close the Chupathingies, which is proving to do a little bit of damage towards the Chupathingy. Let's see what it is. It is the front end taken off. As the Idori is engaging the other Chupathingy, the Chupathingy's wingman. No hits from what I can see, and this Idori having to avoid the Chupathingy a little bit there. It is surely now looking to engage this one, as this Chupathingy is now engaging this Idori right in front of us, It is the other Idori now coming back on the Chupathingy as I expected. It is yet more damage. It is the center of the craft taken out, a Weasley gone, and yet only 2 tigers remaining on a not so healthy Chupathingy. As that is an Idori firing on the Chupathingy again. It pretty much doesn't look any better for the Chupathingies this round. Ouchies. Losing to a craft which basically is heavy. It is just really heavy. But it has the engines to compromise. As more damage, it is... Yeah, there goes all the engines. There goes 2 of its wings. And there go all the wings. It is the Chupathingy devastated. Only 1 Chupathingy remaining. However, the Chupathingy that we saw being devastated has yet its weapon manager and its AI pilot in the air. It is an Idori engaging the back of the Chupathingy. It lights it up, quite literally. It does damage towards the Chupathingy, and it is all the engines gone. And well, that was a more decisive victory for the Idori. As it is a 2-0 for the craft that is notorious for underrolling. That is not something I expected, as I emphasized in the first part of this video. Those Chupathingy scores tumbling towards the ground now. As I said, a 2-0 advantage for the Idoris. It is time for possibly the final round. And possibly the final nail in the coffin for the Chupathingy. Underroll wins from instability. My prediction is out of the window. Pretty much, although it just looks like Underroll wins from instability. Because, well, the Chupathingy has yet 1 more chance to prove that it is fit for the semi-finals of the Cedara competition season 4. Let's get this battle underway. Let's see. Possibly the final battle, as I emphasized on earlier. The Idori actually is a better battle than last time. Because last time it took more damage. It actually took a single point against it by the, I believe, Jerry X1 means. And now the Idori is pretty much dominating Chupathingy. Well, Chupathingy, it does stand a chance. Let's emphasize that. But the Idori seems to get on the tail of the Chupathingy, seems to get those critical hits in more than the Chupathingy. Perhaps it's because the Chupathingy lacks a center gun. And again, this craft is not much of a target in the vertical range as the DU-11 was. This competition starts. The Idori's turn, the Chupathingy's turn. They close the distance, and within the minutes, they will fight each other for possibly the last time. The last time for today. As closing, and closing on the Chupathingy's. It is closing on the Chupathingy's counting when it can engage. It can engage now. No hits as of yet. It is a Chupathingy dance. The Idori will have to turn around and face the Chupathingy. This is what happens when I get bored. Although this isn't quite a particularly boring match. It is this Idori turning on the Chupathingy. Once again, the advantage goes towards the Idori. It is nothing Chupathingy, and it is 1 Chupathingy on the back of the Idori, and the other Idori, the Idori's wingman, if you will, not being able to cover it. Finally, the Chupathingy has a chance of doing damage towards the Idori. It comes very close. However, it is the Idori wingman now engaging the offensive. Chupathingy as this Idori quite narrowly avoids the ground. We have now formed a death train. It appears though. We have this Idori now able to turn on the Chupathingy which had once offended it. Now firing the cows. Will it take it down? Or will it just nothing as it has before? Which looks to have done nothing. And it is now the only speed, ensuring that the Idori has to abandon its attacking run. And actually the Chupathingy doing a slight bit of a hit on the Idori. Yeah, but still the Idori both Chupathingies. Oh wait. It has gotten back. It's gotten back onto the back of the Chupathingy. Haha, that sounds weird and funny. Yes, it has hit. It has hit the Chupathingy. It has yet to do any damage. Fire the guns for no particular reason here. We'll look to turn back on the Chupathingies right about now. Come on, yep, it turns around. The other Idori has also turned around, and they're going back in for an attacking run. The Idori swingman already firing its guns. It is left to the other Idori to fire its guns now, which a little bit of overpitch maybe there, as it has chosen to rather avoid a non-existent attacking run from the Chupathingy. It's now going back onto the back of one of the Chupathingies. Will it fire the cows? It will in close proximity. It will do damage, and that's too easily done. And one of the tigers, what you can see, it is again doing more damage, more firing, more damage. And that is only too easily. No, just one tiger. It's one tiger remaining on one of the Chupathingies. There's once again, one of the Chupathingies has taken pretty much critical damage. However, the Chupathingies have proven to be a slight bit more on the offensive side today. As there the other Chupathingy takes damage. Well, that was quite meaningless. It's the front gone. Pretty much something in the front is gone. Maybe that was providing a little bit of stability to it. Guess we can expect the Chupathingy to be more unstable than it already was, as both the Idoris turn on and fire the guns. It's actually the other Idori engaging the already dead Chupathingy. As this Chupathingy, they can pretty much declare it dead too. It lost all its engines. And this Chupathingy only has one left. Now it will be the question as the Chupathingy looks rather dislodged. How much longer will it take until the Idoris take it out? Which it has just done, pretty much. There's only the core of the Chupathingy remaining, and thus it stands no offensive chance anymore. Both the Chupathingies heading towards the ground. It is once again a victory from the Idori, and this time it is an easier victory for the Idori, as it takes a 3-0 without damage. As the Idori is proving quite the plane that I hoped up to myself. I'm quite proud of it. Well then, as the last Chupathingy crashed into the ground, this is the end of another Cedara fight competition episode. This is the end of perhaps another exciting episode, although perhaps my commentary didn't reflect that. And it is the U11 and the Idoris, aka the Pancake Craft, the Waffle Craft, who've gone to the semi-finals. Hope you enjoyed the video, and hope you enjoy Bureaucratic Football Sport.